Today is a profoundly sad day, first and foremost for the spouse of Michael Davey, for his 3 children, for his father and mother, 2 brothers, and his extended family. It's a tragic day for his extended family, his fellow officers on the Weymouth police force who were there all day providing support from the moment this happened until, and still are, with the family as we speak. In a very touching tribute, they were there to honor Officer Davey at all points to the hospital and from the hospital. This morning, roughly mid-morning, maybe after 9 o'clock, at the intersection on West Street and, what's the other street? Main West. There was where a stop sign is in place, a pickup truck allegedly went through that stop sign, crossed over the street and struck a Toyota sedan in the rear quarter panel, and then proceeded to go straight and collide with a utility truck that was perpendicular to their line of travel. On police detail, just in front of that truck was Officer Michael Davey. He was pinned to the utility truck because of the collision with that vehicle. He was transported immediately to South Shore Hospital and was pronounced dead this morning. This is a very sad day for the Weymouth community as a whole. The outpouring of support that I witnessed at the hospital, where people spontaneously just arrived, was not only moving, but a tribute to the family and to Michael Davey. It's a sad day for our country because a veteran who served our country in Iraq, or going back to the Weymouth force to again serve his country in that capacity, has been lost. The charges, citation has been issued by hand to the driver of that truck. Because it's now official, I'll identify the driver as Ronald Gale of Weymouth.
They spell it?
G-A-L-E.
Age?
He is 79 years of age. He was cited for motor vehicle homicide by negligent operation of a motor vehicle, speeding, and failure to stop for a stop sign.
Can you repeat those charges?
He was cited for motor vehicle homicide, negligent operation of a motor vehicle, speeding, and failure to stop for a stop sign. He also has had his license administratively suspended as an immediate threat through the registry of motor vehicles, and that has already taken place. So the public shouldn't be concerned that he's still able to drive a vehicle. We proceed, as we do always with prosecution. Many people helped today in the investigation, which is continuing and assisting. I think that we've lost truly a guardian of our safety, a person who followed the tradition of his father. He was a 32-year veteran of the Weymouth Police Force that just retired last year, a person who served this country in time of war, and a person who served this community in his law enforcement capacity. People like that are not commonplace. Take any
Did it
questions?
actually hit the officer, or it hit the utility truck?
It hit the officer and pinned him.
How many years has he worked here?
Was it 4 or 5?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
How old is that person?
Right, he's 34 years old.
Do we know anything about the driver, Ronald Gale? Does he have a record of other accidents that you can talk about?
That's something that we wouldn't be talking about at this juncture because of pretrial publicity purposes or those type of issues. So we won't be talking about that now. You know, when the time comes and he appears in court, those issues might become public.
Was he cooperative with authorities?
Well, again,
He stopped.
he was in the vehicle at the time, so he didn't try to flee.
Could you provide a more precise explanation of exactly how the crash occurred? Mr. Gale was driving his Mazda pickup truck. Is that accurate?
The allegations were he was
Across
driving
Front Street.
his pickup truck, went through a stop sign.
Where was the stop sign on Front Street?
Yes.
Going in which direction?
I don't know if it's east, west.
Taking the left onto?
He was going straight. As it turned out, a sedan, Toyota sedan, was coming perpendicular to his line of path. He hit the rear quarter panel of that vehicle, but then proceeded to go beyond that in a straight manner, striking Officer Davey and the truck at the same time.
Sir, your thoughts about this? We've had a lot of elderly drivers involved in accidents. Now we've lost an officer. What are your personal thoughts about this in the office and the district attorney's thoughts about it?
We've had many recent tragedies, including tragedies that we've had prosecution with, and as you're probably aware, the bill has had a hearing at the legislature, to try and revise that law. I'm confident as a citizen, and was confident before this tragedy, that action will be taken to revise that. And I just hope that that action does occur, and I do believe it will. The person went through the sign, or they did.
Was he speeding at all in that particular area?
He was cited as part for speeding.
Do you know how fast he was going?
I'm not going to get into the precise speed because I don't want to deal with that stage of the investigation now, although I'll tell you the work of the reconstructionist thus far and exemplary. And there's information that does exist before the citation was ever issued, but I cannot share that with you. I'd like to just ask Mayor Kay to just say a few words on behalf of the Weymouth community.
Thank you. The town of Weymouth is deeply saddened and shocked at what has occurred today. And we're mourning, the entire town is mourning the loss of Officer Davey. He was a fine young man who served his town and his country well. I will tell you, I've been with the family and friends all day, and it's just, we're all shocked, in shock, and it's just a roll call. Police officers are now, they're all very sad, and it's going to take a long time to get through this. We will band together. It's a terrible loss to this community, and we'll be feeling it for a long time.